Alright everyone, we start off today talking about the Doge distraction. Right now you see a slurry of articles in the legacy media gobbling up the headlines, rambling about Elon Musk. As an example, link in the description, archived of course. I think I know that there's another aspect to the Doge plan. The first plan, of course, is auditing government agencies, trying to cut wasteful spending. You have Musk trolling, obviously, the other day with the email that was sent out to literally everyone in federal agencies, which was hysterical. The legacy media had a mental breakdown over this. And then the second aspect is that Elon Musk, of course, he wants to exert some influence over the Trump administration. Trump actually reverberating it, calling him out the other day, literally on Truth Social, saying, "Wow, you're doing a great job, but you should need to do even more." I think I know, though, about a third aspect to this, and that's that Doge is a distraction. Donald Trump came into office knowing that he was going to be relentlessly targeted by the legacy media and the Uniparty for the next 4 years. It's a thankless job being Donald Trump at this point. He's basically being self-sacrificial. He knows he's not ever going to get any particular positivity from the legacy media. I love it when liberal commentators come out and they'll say, well, the media's covering for Trump. Where have you been this last decade? Are you insane? Yeah, that's really believable. Yeah, they've been covering for him. That's why 90% of the coverage is entirely negative, with lies by omission and a million other things going on as well. That's bullshit. It's ludicrous to even think that. And they don't really think it. They're just gunning for him. The legacy media will complain about the legacy media if they give him even one half positive report. Oh, well, the economy improved. How dare you report upon that? The third aspect, though, is a distraction campaign. To take flack off of Trump and allow him to do his job, he partners with the one person in the entire world who is wealthy enough, well-known enough, and crazy enough, in some senses, to run a distraction campaign for Big Dom. That is that Musk is drawing off some of the fire, allowing Trump to actually get the work done. Behind closed doors, signing off papers, firing off executive orders, waging legal cases, doing diplomacy, reforming the economy, hopefully, and so forth. Trump knows that if he doesn't surround himself with the best and brightest, he will fail. He learned this during his first term in office. Now, he did a good job even surrounded by a bunch of neocons. This time you've got Kash Patel, Lee Zeldin, Tulsi Gabbard, Kristi Noem, Pete Hegseth, and people like that. And then you also have Doge attendant. He knows that he and members of his cabinet will be under relentless barrages of fire from the Uniparty and its adjacent legacy media cohorts. So what do? You take someone who can weather the storm, and you use them as a human shield, so to speak. I'm sure that Elon Musk is getting some goodies behind as well, behind the scenes. Not just the ability to randomly show up at the White House and shake Donald Trump's hand and have a Big Mac, but also the ability to exert influence, preferable, conditions economically for the kinds of businesses that he's in, and so forth. Is this cronyism? And that's the big question of the day. Yes, it is. But it's cronyism, oddly enough, for a good purpose. That's the fundamental difference between this administration and the way that it's operating and the way the Uniparty operates is not in form and function. It's more in ideology. So let's say that you have cronyism, you have carpetbagging and stuff like that. Look up that term if you want to go down a rabbit hole. You've got instances where unipartyists and globalist neocons and neolibs will jury-rig the system, and they'll do insider trading, they'll exchange favors, they do coke together on a regular basis if you're on Mitch McConnell's yacht, by the way, and so forth. They're being corrupt. Trump has said, fuck it, at this point. I genuinely believe that he no longer gives a damn. And his family seems generally aboard with this. They're like, well, I mean, the legacy media has already thrown everything they can at us. Now it's our turn. It's a little bit interesting. Elon Musk, meanwhile, reaps the rewards as well, and gets favorable access to the White House, etc., etc., etc. This is, in my opinion, a good thing, because what they're doing with the admitted cronyism there is they're actually trying to improve people's lives. And I think I know why. Donald Trump, having his legacy media during his first term, is unsatisfied with the situation. He wants to be remembered as a good president. He wants to top off the Triple Crown and shine that last gem, so to speak. And so he's trying his best to actually deliver for the American people. Right now, you have a retarded campaign to try to astroturf the concept of Donald Trump's political demise. The coup has failed. His approval is dropping. Yes, that never happened to any other president, by the way, after their first month in office. It's not literally a fucking tradition, politically speaking. He's actually delivering, actually doing a good job. And so he's going to be attacked even more. The fact that he's surrounded himself by people who can draw flack away from the centrality of his administration was a wise decision. And I guarantee that this was formulated centrally. I guarantee that it's organized, just like the legacy media campaign to astroturf Donald Trump's demise. You don't get that many articles that closely worded in that short a period of time without there being some organizational capacity behind it. It's not going to be a thing. It's not just one legacy media outlet basically copying another one's homework. It's more like somebody central sent out basically the talking points and everyone wrote it up and then they released it at the same time. That's what's happening. This has happened before. It's called propaganda. And it's on a fairly regular basis over the last few years, by the way. In defense of Biden and the Uniparty in general, claiming that people are conspiracy theorists, hit pieces on content creators and so-called influencers, and of course, you know, the big one, Donald Trump. But they're misaiming at the moment. Elon Musk is a private citizen. He's not a member of any government bureau. But if he comes out and he's ostentatious, and he's really loud and proud about what he's doing, and generates a bunch of headlines, let's see. He's gobbled up all of the front page headlines. What's not there then? Trump derangement syndrome articles. They get drained away. They swirl down the toilet because nobody's paying attention to them. It's almost like Donald Trump has decided, you know what? This time around, I'm going to be a little bit more in the background. And I'm going to have a bunch of front men and front women to draw the fire from me. And so, as long as the legacy media is fixated on Doge, or what Tulsi Gabbard just said, or Kristi Noem participating in ICE raids, or something like that, or Lee Zeldin at the EPA, yeah, well, nobody's going to pay attention to the article about the executive order that I just signed. It's very shrewd. It's an excellent tactic. And the legacy media, I mean, I'm telling the legacy media what's going on right now, but they can't do anything about it because they have to make money. They have to make Doge off of Doge, in other words. So it doesn't matter. They're going to still have to write those fucking headlines, pump them to the top, and get that clickbait ad revenue and stuff like that. It's a hilarious tactic. They're being swindled. They probably realize this fact, but they can't do anything about it. They've been defanged. They're trying their best, but in a 15-minute news cycle, there's literally nothing that they can do to stop it. Donald Trump has hoodwinked them yet again. They're just too fucking stupid to realize it in some cases, and when they do realize it, they realize, shit. There's nothing we can do about this tactic. We have to keep hitting Elon Musk instead. But there's nothing they can do to stop him because he's not in the actual government. So watch what'll happen over the next year. they're going to resort to lawfare. They're going to do everything in their power at the congressional level, at the judiciary level, and so forth to try to stop Elon Musk. Meanwhile, that's going to rather distract from trying to stop Donald Trump and his particular agenda. And Elon Musk must be bent over laughing right now looking at some of these headlines. The top 8 ways, link in the description archived, of course, again, the top 8 ways that Elon Musk has misled the American people. It's funny, because before he got on board the Trump train and bought Twitter, he was a media darling, actually. Yeah, back when he seemed like more of a liberal figure because he's pumping out EVs. We'll be talking about that, by the way, later, and how funny that is. How it's hysterical. He was a liberal darling. Oh my God, Elon Musk is going to save the environment. Oh my God, Elon Musk is going to go to Mars, and he might actually, and you never know with him. But he was a darling of the legacy media. They fucking loved him. It's interesting, around the time he buys Twitter, how much things change in regards to coverage of Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, Elon Musk himself, his family, his relationships, literally everything. He's drawing fire, and the legacy media can't do jack shit. That's about all. Peace out.